I was mistaken in the last clip. I forgot about this passage about octopus or octopi, if you're talking about the plural. I am on page 15, but this is the top of page 15. It says to read the passage, then answer questions 1 through 4. An octopus uses camouflage to hide from predators. It can change the color of its skin to blend into its surroundings. An octopus can also change the texture of its skin to match rocks or other items nearby. When threatened, an octopus will change color and release a cloud of ink, which comes out from an ink sac. The ink has a compound that irritates a predator's eyes. The ink also confuses a predator's sense of smell and taste. After spraying the ink, the octopus will rush to safety. The ink is poisonous to the octopus. It must leave the area quickly or else it will die. Okay, this one doesn't jump out at me immediately as a cause and effect. I don't see the words because, as a result, any of those things. In fact, if I didn't know this is in a cause and effects chapter, I would not use a cause and effect diagram. I think I won't use, or will I? Let's look at it again. An octopus uses camouflage. I think I'm going to use just a main idea mind map. I just don't see this as a cause and effect type thing, although it is. But I'm going to approach it this way, with that very first picture that you learned to do, where we had this box in the middle that has our topic and our main idea. And then we have these spokes coming off from the side. So I'm going to use a spoke right here for paragraph 1 and a spoke right here for paragraph 2. So in paragraph 1, here's my main idea sentence. An octopus uses camouflage to hide from its predators. And since that is a main idea sentence, I'm going to copy it. An octopus uses camouflage. Now, camouflage is a tough word. If you don't know what that means, and I always misspell it, I always forget that U, camouflage. If you don't know what camouflage means, I would take the time to look it up. We're going to define it, but an octopus uses camouflage to hide. So we know it's a mechanism to hide from its predators. So I start thinking, where have I heard that word before? Well, I know what camouflage clothes look like and why you would use them. Hunters wear camouflage so that they'll blend in with their surroundings. Camouflage literally means to disguise for the purpose of hiding. So we want to blend in to our surroundings. And that's what they talk about. It can change the color of its skin to blend in. It can also change the texture of its skin to match rocks or other items nearby. So they're telling me that it blends into its surroundings. That's what camouflage means. And it can do that in 2 ways. The color of its skin and the texture of its skin. So this paragraph is about that ability to camouflage. So what if the camouflage doesn't work? What if disguising itself is just not enough and the predator keeps coming? So paragraph 2 is focusing on when threatened. What does the octopus do? It changes color and it releases a cloud of ink. Okay. And that's not the main idea here. That's a detail. So let's leave that main idea spot for just a minute and let's do some details. So when there's a threat, that's a cause. The octopus is threatened. So it does two things. It changes color and it releases that ink in a cloud from the ink sac. So it's swimming around and it has this ink stored up in an ink sac. So what about the ink? Why does the ink matter? The ink has a compound that irritates the predator's eyes. It confuses the predator's sense of smell and taste. It's kind of like being sprayed by a skunk. It's not very pleasant. After spraying the ink, the octopus will rush to safety. Why? The ink is poisonous to the octopus. So I'm just going to add that right here. It's toxic to the octopus. And if the octopus doesn't get away from it, it will die. So the main idea here is that an octopus defends itself with ink. When predators come. So if the camouflage doesn't work and the predator sees the octopus, then the octopus has to defend itself with this ink. And this set of details is all about the ink, not the camouflage. Okay, so let's look at these two paragraph main ideas and come up with a passage main idea. An octopus uses camouflage and ink to defend itself or protect itself. You could use either one. So this main idea has this main idea and this main idea together. A topic. Well, clearly we want to talk about octopus, but that's too big. Octopus could cover anything. It could talk about how long they live, where to find them, what they eat, but this is talking about self-defense. And I'm going to make octopus a possessive noun because I want to show you how to do that. These self-defense tactics belong to that octopus, so we're going to put an apostrophe, and because octopus is singular, we're going to put another S. The octopus's self-defense. Okay, now let's try our questions. According to the passage, why does an octopus use camouflage? Why does it use camouflage? And we have it right here. An octopus uses camouflage to hide from his predators. That's the reason anybody would use camouflage, to hide. What is the effect of an octopus feeling threatened by a predator? Okay, an octopus defends itself with ink when predators come. It actually camouflages, it changes colors, and it releases ink. So we want to include both of those. Why does an octopus have to get away from the ink it releases? The ink will kill the octopus. In what 3 ways does ink affect predators? What does it do to the predators? And that information is right here. There are 3 little marks. It irritates the eyes. It confuses smell and taste. So it's eyes, smell, and taste are all answers here. It irritates their eyes. It confuses their sense of smell. And it confuses their sense of taste. Does it kill them? No. It kills the octopus. So be careful with that one. And on this question 4 on TABE, you would have to get all 3 of those to get full credit for that question. Okay, that was a pretty interesting passage. That's a science passage. And it is not fiction. It is non-fiction. It is true. The one about Cheechako and Canchel was fiction. This is non-fiction. I need to start labeling those just so you learn the difference. Remember that prefix non means not. Fiction is made up. So non-fiction is not made up. It is a true story. Okay, I'm going to stop this video, and then in the last one we'll look at the passage about Babe Ruth and Roger Maris.